then this super heated nuclear catastrophe is then going to, well, do its job. Hello and welcome back everyone to the Powder Toy, where we are going to be creating the most brilliant snowball fight known to man. Now here's the deal, it's snowing. I live in Connecticut, we get snow, and so I figured we'd do something snow related. I mean, what could possibly go wrong with snow? Let me go over to the settings of this simulation. I totally remember how to play the Powder Toy. All right, so first we need to actually create a proper place for the snowball fight. We'll put it on top of a mountain. That's totally a mountain. Do not question my skills. I'm incredibly skilled at art. It's okay. Artists in chat, do not look at this and feel incredibly jealous of my art skills, okay? I'm sorry. It's just, I was just born with these skills. Goo kind of acts like dirt, so I'm happy. Happy with a little bit of dirt. Oh great, it's too warm, and so the snow is just instantly melting. It's fine, I'm just gonna get the cool tool. I'm cheating now. Hold. Great, everything is literally absolute zero now. That's really not what I was intending to do, but whatever. At least the snow isn't gonna melt, so we can have our snowball fight. Also, for legal reasons, do not have a snowball fight using the strategies shown in this video. Or at least I am not legally responsible for snowball fights done in the way shown in this video. Whenever I do a snowball fight, I always build a nice castle. Unironically, if there is enough snow, I will build a little igloo. Let's add the Eye of Sauron right here. Yes, the perfect ice fortress, evil spirit included. And then on the other side, we're going cool. Get it cool because it's ice. Beautiful. Now that we have two beautiful kingdoms of ice, it is time for the snowball event. All right, excellent. We have our teams. You can choose your team in the comments below. The right versus the left. Who will win? All right, so the first snowball we're gonna throw is just gonna be a normal snowball for legal reasons. Let's see, we're just gonna get some snow, and I mean, he is covered in snow. He's pretty chilly now, but that didn't really do much. I'll be honest, I was expecting, well, that's actually exactly what I was expecting because it's snow. I mean, come on guys, it's snow. So obviously they're gonna respond with probably like an ice ball, but the issue is ice doesn't move in the Powder Toy. You know, smart people mix some ice into the snowball. Don't do this. But there's nothing really happening. So we have to get smarter. So instead, we're going to take an ice ball and we're going to fill it with gunpowder. Actually, it's very hard to fight with things because it's going to be hard to set anything off because it's so cold. But that's okay. I'm going to just set it on fire and see what happens. Oh! Okay, well, the gunpowder snowball was definitely successful. It actually got hot enough to not just melt, but vaporize the ice barrier, and it kind of melted this guy's face off. And it did significant damage to the fortress. For this response, we're going to continue the snowball design. We're gonna take fireworks and okay, but it's set off by fire, and I don't know if I can actually get a fire like consistently going in here, but I think they'll set each other off, maybe. Oh! Okay, so it's set off, but I don't think it's actually going. No, it's not capable. We need to have like chambers to this. What if we have a layer of wood inside, and the layer of wood is cold because I need to have it not melt immediately. Okay, it's very cold wood. It actually looks like ice. You can't even tell. And then inside of there, we're gonna put the fireworks. Excellent. We have now created the ultimate. Totally legal. Nobody would get in trouble for doing this, definitely. I'm gonna add some gunpowder to actually get the fire going. All right, lots of fire from the gunpowder, which is going to melt through the ice. And will it set off the fireworks though? Yes! A very fiery firework. Wow, it's beautiful. Wow, it's really, wow, okay. So the firework snowball was incredibly effective. Let out a lot of energy and actually, well, the right side army, actually, there's so much heat was let out that both castles are collapsing. Oh my goodness. Although Sauron is, no, they're kind of doomed. Everyone's doomed. Aw, jeez. I hate it when everyone dies. Good thing we have Control Z. Oh, we just get to do it again. Okay, let's try the next level of Snowball. I got a good one. This one is actually technically not even cheating. You could throw this snowball in the real world and nobody would know. We're going to take our ice and we're going to fill it with deuterium, which is technically water. Water makes perfect sense. You would definitely put water into a snowball, so nobody will suspect that it's actually condensed deuterium. Okay, so now that we have large amounts of nuclear capable material, we have two options. We can hit it with neutrons, or we can hit it with protons. Protons generally work better when you have something to reflect them. Neutrons kind of get bounced around on their own, so I'm kind of on the no. I like how I wanted to frame by frame that, but it was just too fast. Yeah, so putting a neutron bomb in the center of your snowball, highly effective. However, we're getting back to that kind of mutually assured destruction thing, where everyone loses, although we do have a cool vortex over here. Let's go ahead and try the proton version. I don't even, no, it didn't well, it kind of set off, and now there's just like a slow reaction going on through the entire world until it reaches like critical heat, and we got like this steam bubble going on here under the ocean. And oh, there it goes. It popped. Now these protons are just gonna bounce around and react with the deuterium for like forever. It's not quite as like a critical explosion. It's more of a slow burn of death and destruction. Although the quantity of protons is increasing as the pressure and heat increases in general. And it went critical. There it goes. It went critical. And yeah, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. Definitely did more damage than the neutron version, and it's just still going. These protons still have a lot of energy, and they're still just bouncing around. It's a problem for your great-grandchildren to solve if they survived the initial blast. What if we went a little bit further, and in the center of our nuclear snowball, we put plutonium. Now, I don't know how you're getting access to plutonium for your snowball fight, and frankly, I don't want to know, so don't tell me. But if you were to get access to plutonium for your these snowballs are getting really large too. Like, how would you even throw this? It's okay, don't worry about it. And this is a Spike Viper snowball fight, you know? This is definitely not just bomb testing wrapped in a Christmas cheer. Oh, speaking of Christmas cheer, I didn't even put a Christmas tree. How could I? I may be evil, but I still respect the Christmas spirit. Yay, anatomically correct Christmas tree. Okay, oh, well, plutonium leaked. I hate it when that happens. It's okay though. Let me just grab a couple of neutrons and we'll see how this goes. Ice actually makes a really good container for these bombs because it holds things in until it melts, and well, you kind of saw how that went. Honestly, it wasn't as good as I was expecting because the ice isn't able to hold it in long enough. Really, what we need to do is redesign this. We need to have a layer of ice because it has to be a snowball, right? Can't cheat. Then it needs to have a layer of titanium, which has to be super cool. I also want to kind of hold it in even more, so I'm going to put a layer of ceramic, which handles the pressure really well. All right, and then we're going to take our plutonium, and then we're going to take our neutrons and see what happens. All right, so the pressure should increase inside of the reaction chamber, and then it's going to get incredibly hot, like what? Oh, it's at 5,000 degrees. And then it's going to melt and breach the titanium layer. Then this super heated nuclear catastrophe is then going to, well, do its job. I'm actually going to say this was more effective than the last bomb because it did far more damage to the left side of the map than the right side, whereas the protons just decimated everything equally, okay? However, if we want to talk about decimating equally, by placing several nuclear snowballs inside of the mountain, we can ensure that everyone gets an equal amount of joy, because it's going to create a lot of pressure and set the other ones off, I think. Although the pressure has actually been kind of contained. Oh no, it's just stuck down there, huh? Even though it did warm everything up a little bit. This is the stealth tactic, actually. The stealth tactic to win the nuclear snowball fight is to just put a nuclear reactor under your enemy's base, because then it's not going to like destroy the world, but you're just gonna melt the base under them. Genius. Who would have thought that the best strat? I like how the steam is getting shot directly back at them. Who would have thought the best strategy for snowball fights is to use landmines? Not me. I wouldn't have guessed that because I'm a normal human being. I would never suggest doing such a thing. Still technically a snowball, even though it's down here because it has ice. I mean, technically, even if I did this, as long as there is ice involved, I can call it a snowball. Are there any snowballologists in chat who are gonna like fact check me on this and be like, sir, I really don't think this counts as a snowball anymore? No, look, it identifies as a snowball, and we're just running with it. There we go. It's a very long snowball. Very long snowball. Same result, really, just a little bit more. It created a floating mountain. We have created Angel Island. Would you look at that? And in true spirit of Christmas, I was gonna say the tree survived, but then it didn't survive. I don't know. I don't think I can escalate this any further. I mean, I guess there's a few other snowballs we could try. For example, going a little bit more in like the more not ridiculous direction, I could, ooh, here we go. I got a good one. The virus snowball. Yeah, so that seems fine, but then the moment you throw it at someone, oh, there it goes. Yes, the virus snowball is very effective. The only issue is that, well, everyone loses in the end. Except for this guy! Except for this guy right here, who somehow, through happening to be jumping at the moment of impact, survived. Incredible. We can save the world. It requires using soap, though, so if you were to use this snowball at like a gamer convention, you'd be doomed. But for people who touch grass and use soap, we can. Oh, that's the thing. This part of the world can survive because they have soap. These guys were prepared, and now the soap is going to resurrect everything very slowly. Very slowly, but I think this area is going to start dissolving. And it's not going to survive. So actually, we may have a snowball that doesn't kill the initial attacker. Potentially, it's because it's so cold. If I were just to warm it up a little bit, you would notice that the virus will just melt. Actually, that's a good question. Like, Oh no, I can't undo anymore! It's over! I did too many actions, and I never... I think I actually did save. Oh, okay. I forgot virus can burn when it's in gas form. Alright guys, I think we went over plenty of strategies for your next snowball fight. This wasn't the most serious video I've ever made. Then again, I also made a video on making a toilet and, you know, all of these things. Many of them were not very serious. Alright, thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Do not add plutonium to your snowballs, kids. I am a good influence, and I do not truly suggest doing that.